This is not medical advice. It was confirmed by my OB and my primary care that yes, in fact, according to my levels, I am in perimenopause. I did not like what they were suggesting, and I wanted to take a more natural, holistic approach. And so I tried the mineral boron in my water, a little pinch of boron or borax, and a little pinch of Celtic sea salt, and a little pinch of sodium bicarbonate in my water. Y'all, my night sweats have stopped. 1,000,000%.
This is how I take my borax. This is not medical advice. Fill up my cup with water. This is about how much water I drink with it. Grab my borax that I put in this little thing, and I literally just grab a pinch, you guys. Literally, that's what I mean. Stir it around. And that's it. I do this in the morning before I eat or drink anything.
This is day 1 of me ingesting borax.
I hopped on the borax train.
I jumped on the borax train.
I have officially jumped on the borax train.
Borax.
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 Go check it out.
And I'm feeling.
Hello there, my friends, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna, and I am mad as hell. Let's finish the intro first. My name is Brianna. I'm a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. And today we're here to discuss how the social media app known as Tik Tok is single-handedly annihilating the entire human genome, or at least a select few of us. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and lots of dry sarcasm on the way, hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand because I would just really love to have you here. Without anything further, let's make lemonade. And I just realized I forgot my coffee upstairs, so I'm gonna go get some coffee. All right, we're good. Full disclosure, there is no borax in here. Ah, borax. Borax. A household cleaning agent. People are eating it. I guess we should talk about it. What is life? So, in case you live under a rock, borax is a household cleaning agent that has quite a lot of uses. It's very versatile. Borax is often used for things including but not limited to killing ants. I've personally used it for that before. In laundry detergent and as a deodorizing agent. In terms of what borax is chemically, let's refer to somebody else because y'all know I don't do chemistry here. Directly from WebMD, borax is a powdery white substance also known as sodium borate, sodium tetraborate, or disodium tetraborate. It's a combination of boron, sodium, and oxygen. They go on to explain that borax is actually naturally occurring and can be found in some areas of nature, including dry lake beds and as mineral deposits left behind where water has evaporated. WebMD also goes on to make the distinction between boric acid and borax. They say, boric acid is made from the same chemical compound as borax and even looks like it. But while borax is commonly used in cleaning, boric acid is mainly used as a pesticide. Boric acid kills insects by targeting their stomachs and nervous systems. Both borax and boric acid in loose powdery form can be harmful if swallowed, particularly for children. They can also irritate your skin. You don't say. Something else important to mention here is the reason why people are eating borax. It's not necessarily the chemical itself, it's what's in it. Like I said before, borax contains boron. Boron is a naturally occurring element which is necessary for most humans. Boron is an important element for osteogenesis, aka bone formation. Breaking down medical terminology, osteo means bone, genesis means the beginning, so osteogenesis means like forming bone, the beginning of bone. And that's why a severe boron deficiency can negatively impact bone health and development. So now that we know what borax is, it may seem ridiculous that people are eating it, right? Well, people are in fact eating it because people are people and this is the world. And not a whole lot surprises me anymore in the whole space of like health and wellness social media. Although last week, a friend of mine on Instagram, she sent me a video of a functional nutritionist who is recommending that people do an apple cider vinegar enema. So really, if we think about it, if there's people willing to shove acid up their asses, then the fact that there's people in these streets eating household cleaners should really be no sweat off my back, right? Okay, so why are people eating borax? To understand this level of lunacy, we must become this level of lunacy. Except I'm not eating borax. I did, however, have to subject myself to TikToks of people explaining why they eat borax. So according to TikTok and just, through general research through social media, people are claiming that the reason they're eating borax is because it's helping to reduce inflammation, joint inflammation specifically, ease arthritic pain. I saw one TikTok of a woman that said it helped with her night sweats. She said she was perimenopausal. She said that eating borax helped her night sweats. And then also my personal favorite, the tried and true. Of course it detoxifies the body. Yes, because the greatest way to detoxify the body is by putting literal poison in it. Great. Love that. So first things first, there is absolutely no scientific evidence whatsoever that suggests that borax, the household cleaning agent, does any of this stuff. And by scientific evidence, I mean actual peer-reviewed, randomized, controlled human trials, okay? I don't mean people on TikTok saying, trust me, bro. There is no evidence to suggest that eating this household cleaner does anything to benefit the body in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it's strongly advised against by actual professionals. You guys, this video that I'm filming right now that y'all are watching, this does not need to be any longer than like 60 seconds because the meat of this video is don't eat borax. Why do I even have to say that? I follow a lot of healthcare professionals and scientists. The fact that they have to get on social media and say, hey, don't eat borax, what has humanity come to? Or we actually have to communicate with other humans and say, hey, don't eat household cleaners. What is going on? Anyway, yeah. So the meat of this video is don't eat borax, and a majority of the rest, let's be honest, is just gonna be my unhinged ramblings. So since there's no benefits to eating borax, let's talk about the risks because there are plenty. A toxicology physician named Dr. Johnson Arbor told NBC News in an article about this. She said that ingesting borax can cause stomach irritation, make you vomit blue-green stuff, which is probably quite a sight, and give you diarrhea. Repeated exposure can cause anemia and seizures, and soaking in borax, like in a bathtub, which is another thing that I've seen and heard of people doing with it, it can cause skin irritation, turning your skin bright pink, which I'm sure is also quite a sight. And it can even cause your skin to fall off. Dr. Johnson Arbor says, quote, there's really nothing to support the use of borax in humans for inflammation or reduction of oxidative stress or anything like that. End quote. You don't say. Director of VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, Dr. Rudy Rose, told news outlet KTLA that ingesting borax can cause convulsions, GI problems, heat burns, and kidney damage. So in terms of boron, because remember that's basically like the whole reason that people are eating borax because of the boron content. According to Poison Control, quote, there are very few published research studies concerning the anti-inflammatory effect of boron. In one test tube study, borax helped prevent the growth of acne-causing bacteria and reduced inflammation caused by acne in cells. In studies involving rats, borax reduced inflammation due to chemotherapy and spinal cord injury. However, there is minimal evidence supporting a link between boron and anti-inflammatory activity in humans, end quote. So unsurprisingly, Poison Control acknowledges that consuming borax is extremely unsafe and can lead to a slew of very dangerous consequences for your health. I feel like I shouldn't have to say more than that. This feels like the most obvious thing, yet content like this video that you're watching of people saying, hey, don't eat borax, content like this still has to be made. Don't eat household cleaners. No, I just spilled coffee. You see what you guys do to me. I get all excited and I get super jazzed and passionate talking about this kind of crazy crap and I spill coffee on my sweater. I like this sweater. Something else that I want to talk about is something that I just couldn't help but notice while I was researching for this video. And it's just, I had to spend a lot of time like just deliberating on this, is the type of people that trends like this tend to attract. I would really love to get with like a social psychologist about this, but I feel like things like this attract a certain type of person. The irony, of course, is that so many of these people who are down in borax right now are these very same people that don't trust big pharma. They say that gluten is bad and sugar is bad and artificial sweeteners are bad. Don't eat that stuff, it's bad. But they will really look you in the eye and sip on a bottle of water that they just added borax to. What? In my opinion and from my observation, these are often people who have fallen prey to what's called the naturalistic fallacy. The naturalistic fallacy is the misconception of logic that because something is natural, it is superior, it is better for you than something that is not produced by nature. But this is absolutely not the case. They assume that because it's natural, it's better for you and safer for you than just taking like Tylenol if you're having joint pain. They will tell you that pharmaceutical drugs are bad, but they will look you in the eye and eat a household cleaner. God Damn. Something that I do always like to add to this conversation of like the type of people who fall for this kind of stuff. Something that I want to add and offer is that I do have compassion for these people, because very often the people who fall for this woo-woo crap are usually people who feel that the conventional healthcare system has failed them in some way. So I do have sympathy for them and I do feel bad for them. But also, you can't just be getting on social media saying that borax can cure XYZ condition, or, you know, whatever they say. Also, adding on that, I also just personally love when they say, this isn't medical advice, or I'm not making a health claim, right before they go on to make a health claim or offer some sort of medical advice.
This is not medical advice. This is my experience and it's badass and I really want to share it with y'all.
This is how I take my borax. This is not medical advice. This is what I do and what's helped me.
FYI, saying this isn't medical advice or this isn't a health claim right before you give medical advice or make a health claim doesn't make it not medical advice or not a health claim, okay? Just saying. That probably won't hold up in court. Something that I will say in favor of TikTok, they have banned a lot of the posts that are outright touting and like promoting the consumption of borax. And a lot of the videos on TikTok right now of people talking about borax are actually like professionals condemning eating it, like saying don't eat it, and then they're, you know, explaining why, offering some sort of educational content. So I guess thank you, TikTok, for doing something. So what about boron, though? Some of you might be wondering. Again, it's an element that you need because you're a human, right? Or you're a dog. Or you're a cat. I don't want to assume your species. But assuming most of you watching this are human, guess what? You can get boron from plenty of foods, and bonus, food actually tastes good and it won't poison you. Unless it's laced with cyanide or something, but you get what I'm saying. Plants are actually the best source of boron. A diverse plant-rich diet is estimated to provide roughly 1.5 to 3 milligrams per day of boron. Also, fermented beverages that come from plants are good sources of boron, like wine, cider, and beer. No, that is not your green light to start binge drinking every weekend. I'm just stating that as a fact. The standard American diet is very low in plants. Only about 10% of Americans eat the recommended amount of fruits and vegetables every day. This means that 90% of Americans don't eat enough plants. One of the simplest things that you can do to improve your health and prolong your life right now is just eat more plants. And bonus from that, you'll get boron from eating those plants, and you don't even have to eat laundry detergent. And FYI, for anybody watching this who's new, I'm not trying to like push for any sort of specific diet. I'm not trying to push for a plant-based diet or vegan or vegetarian or anything like that. I'm personally an omnivore. There's 2% milk in this coffee, but I also eat a lot of plants. I'm advocating for just eating more plants in general. I mean, if you're somebody who's a vegetarian or a vegan and you eat plants every day, that's great for you. You don't have to switch to vegan to add some broccoli to your plate or to add a salad to your meal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not advocating for any specific type of diet. You can be perfectly healthy, eating whatever kind of diet you want as long as it's balanced. So to close here, when you consider that consuming more boron can safely be done by just eating more plants, but so many people are choosing to instead eat household cleaners, it's really truly mind-boggling. Part of it also like makes me a little bit sad. You would rather endanger your health and risk your safety, potentially your life even, by eating literal poison than just eating a salad? Really? Like a lot of my content, you know, when I deep dive into these health and wellness trends that people are doing on social media, I feel something that this also demonstrates is that a lot of people lack basic health and science literacy to understand that nutrition and achieving good health doesn't have to be complicated. And for most of us, it's actually quite simple. I say most of us because, you know, some people may be born with a disease that compromises their health and things are more complicated for them. You know, I'm speaking in general terms, and for most of us, achieving health and eating a healthful, nutritious, balanced diet is just not complicated. And now this seems like an appropriate time to end the video with one of my mottos that I haven't said in a while. You want to be a healthy human? Drink water, eat vegetables, pet dogs. So I must admit, I'm a little biased because of the dog thing. Speaking of dogs, if you made it to this point in the video, I really appreciate it. Do me a favor and comment borax so I know you did. Really appreciate all the support and engagement right now and always. It really does mean a lot to me and it very much helps me out. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more videos similar to this, hit the subscribe button. And I think that's it. I will see you guys next time. Queen Lemon over and out. And now you get to see dogs. I was not expecting to see you walking out of the bathroom with no pants on. People don't want to see you. They want to see the Bruce and the Onyx. Look at Alpha. Alpha, ma'am, get out the kitchen. She just strolled through there like she thought she was allowed.
Get some clothes on, woman.
I'm not filming you. Nobody cares about you. They want to see the puppies. You're not even in the background. What? What'd I do?
Turn around. Turn around.
Zeus.
Dude, you did that.
You did that? Yeah, I can tell by his face that he
Dude, you
did
did that. Why you do that?
Come on, dude. Why you do that? Look at him. Guilty. Guilty as charged. We know that was you. You have anything to say for yourself? Yes, ma'am.